Blasphemous act. Oh, that's a lot of triggers. Today on Commander Replay, we check out Ghen Arcanum Weaver and find out if we can get the Revel and Riches win. Next on Commander Replay. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Ghen Arcanum Weaver today. And today's deck comes as voted on by Patreon supporters. Take a look at this opening hand. It ramps. It's got protection. It doesn't draw cards, but I think we're going to keep it. Hope for the best. Card draw is something I need to work on in this deck, I think. So I played one game with it already, and 7 Deadly just kind of ran over me. With they had Athreo's Shroud Veiled, and it became apparent that didn't have a lot of exile in this deck, and Elesh Norn got blown up, came right back, and they had an Elesh Norn with the Phyrexian Triniform, and it was a problem. Phyrexian Triniform, also incredibly strong. Sarah Ascendant coming in for opponent, that's also really strong. On 3, we can get Ghostly Prison, which will probably send it in a different direction, which will be nice. Brings it to our turn 1, we draw a Replenish, so we are doubled up on the get stuff back cards. Let's go Arid Mesa, crack Arid Mesa, get a Godless Shrine, and well, that'll come in tapped. So opponents are playing Daryl, Hunter of Walkers, out of The Walking Dead. I haven't really seen this one yet. 4 mana, 4/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent creates 3 Walker tokens. Tap it to do 2 damage to target creature. Whenever a zombie an opponent controls dies, draw a card. Kind of weird. I never love giving opponents creatures, but the fact that it draws cards is kind of cool. Sarah Ascendant going on the attack, gonna swing into the Imoti. Brings it back to our turn, we draw another land. Yeah, it's starting to look like a lot of lands right there. Play the Bloodstained Mire, crack the Bloodstained Mire, just keep pulling lands out of the deck. Let's get Sacred Foundry tapped, and pass like that. So we're playing Ghen Arcanum Weaver, Mardu for a 2/3, and you can pay Mardu, sacrifice an enchantment to return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Kinda cool, Mardu Enchantress. Not a playstyle that I'm really comfortable with, so definitely took this opportunity to do some things and use some cards that I don't normally get to play with. Taking a quick peek at the deck, kind of at the top end, we got Grave Betrayal, Vicious Shadows, Debtor's Knell, and I had Captive Audience in here, but I had to cut it just to make room for some stuff. Got an Insurrection, just added this after the last game where Insurrection would have helped. But yeah, just lots of cool enchantments and a lot of cards that I don't normally get to use because I don't play Enchantress so much, so that's what we're doing today. Elvish Rejuvenator for opponent, enters battlefield, look at the top 5, grab a land from among them onto the battlefield tapped. That's not terrible. Opponent did get an Angelic Renewal last turn, which will make it harder to get rid of the Sarah Ascendant. And they're playing Emiel, so that's going to be an ETB deck, so yeah, that seems like it could be good there. Sarah Ascendant going over to the Daryl opponent. In the middle, we've got Mockfire piloting Imoti Celebrant of Bounty. This is a Cascade deck, and I've seen it a little bit. It's very good. Cascade is really strong, and it's like most other Simic decks where it can just cast most of its deck by turn 7 or 8, so be really careful with that one. With that brings it back to our turn. There's another land. Play the Command Tower, get this Ghostly Prison into play, and try to send this Sarah Ascendant in a different direction. Cultivate for opponent. Call me jealous. Kodama's Reach for opponent. Opponent's ramping. We'll have a Smothering Tithe next turn. The question is, will it stick? As is always the question with Smothering Tithe. Even after that, we still need something. We got to draw not lands. Need to get to our card draw, which they're like isn't a ton. Deck probably needs more card draw. Solemn Simulacrum for opponent. Yep. Opponent going on the attack. Not coming our way. We have a Ghostly Prison. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Revel in Riches. That's a cool card. Let's play the Plains. Get Smothering Tithe. And we'll pass like that. We get a treasure. Daryl coming into play. Who's getting zombies? Oh, it's at the beginning of their upkeep. Oh, that's interesting. So, because it triggers on their upkeep, that means that they can at least shoot the first one before opponents have a chance to use it. Another treasure. Imoti, Cascade, into a Signet. Oh my, with Smothering Tithe, Revel in Riches. If everything sticks and we can just wipe our opponent's creatures, that'll get us to a lot of treasures really quickly. Wow, opponent's up to 58 life. I forgot that Sarah Ascendant does that. Here comes Emiel. Yep. Opponent going on the attack. Haha, that's an Insurrection. That could be handy. Play the Strip Mine. Still need more bodies on board first, so hold off on that. How much mana do we have? That's 5, 6, 7. One short of Revel in Riches and our commander. Makes me sad. Play the Revel in Riches. Pass the turn. Upkeep trigger for opponent. They get to create some walkers. Gonna give them to the Imoti deck. Smothering Tithe trigger. Third treasure for us. That's good news. That gives us Anguished Unmaking mana. Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. Excellent. Something that can produce more bodies. Fuel up our Insurrection and our Revel in Riches. I just have this feeling like Emiel's going to drop a Rex Sage and just make us cry. They'll definitely get one thing. We can Anguish them making it while they have the bounce trigger on the stack, though. Smothering Tithe token. Sphinx of Uthune. You know what that does? That draws cards. I'm going to Cascade into a Rashmi. Ooh, that's a pile. Riftwing Cloudskate, Diluvian Primordial, Soul Ring, and Land Krosan Tusker. Opponent working out the math. That's fine. Those are fine piles. I might have gone all the mana on the bottom, Diluvian Riftwing on top. Make them go through that decision. They probably want him to have the Riftwing because, like, bouncing our Revel and Riches is probably a good idea. Is this a put or a draw? Oh, it's a put. We don't get the treasures. Ah. I went for the other pile, not the Diluvian Primordial. I guess not a lot of spells in the graveyard, but, you know, even a Cultivate, not terrible. I'm going to send the zombies over to Emiel. Yep. Down to 58 they go. Smothering Tithe trigger. Opponent going to pay. It's pretty rude. Here comes Wall of Blossoms. They'll draw a card off that, which means we'll get a trigger. They're going to pay for that one too, so that'll slow them down. 6/6 coming our way. Oh, they're gonna pay into the Ghostly Prison. I mean, that's better than, like, I'd prefer that instead of them blinking the Solemn Simulacrum like 6 times. Down to 32 we go. Ooh, Doom Foretold. Excellent. Let's play that. Then let's get our commander. And we'll pass like that. This can get us card draw. I like the sound of that. Doom Foretold trigger. Opponent gonna create some more bodies. Love that too. More creatures are good. They're gonna sacrifice something. Sacrifices Kazul. That triggers the Revel and Riches. Gives us a treasure with a different art. This art versus this art. This is Ixalan, and this is Guilds of Ravnica. No, I think that's Ravnica Allegiance. I kind of forget now. Ooh, Runic Armasaur, yeah. An ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability. They draw a card, which can load up the treasure token count. Price of Glory. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, if it's not that player's turn, destroy that land. Luckily, we have some treasures on our side. Doom Foretold trigger. Opponent has plenty of zombies to sacrifice. Sacrifices the Sphinx, interestingly. Revel and Riches. Eternal Witness, maybe? 7 treasures. Hopefully opponents miscalculate somewhere, and let us get the Revel and Riches win. I don't think I've ever done it. I'm thinking back in all the times in the channel, I don't think I've ever gotten the Revel and Riches win. It's really hard to do. Having Smothering Tithe out is probably your best bet, and then there's the whole it needs to survive your upkeep thing. 8 mana from opponent. Oh, it's a Terastodon. Gross. And it's going to Cascade. Let's see what else it gets rid of. Into a Hornet Queen, which is going to Cascade into a Curator of Mysteries. Let's see what they shoot. Hopefully not all of our things. Yep, all of our things. All right. There might be a price to pay for that. Smothering Tithe, the Revel and Riches, and Doom Foretold going down. At least they left us with the Ghostly Prison. Anything we can do about that? I don't think so. Probably just have to replenish. Losing a bunch of cool stuff. We do get 3 elephants, though. Blockers are helpful. We're dangerously low on the blocking. Probably need a few more token producers in the deck. I was trying to balance that out with the other stuff. Sends a bunch of walkers over to opponent. Sadly, our Revel and Riches not in play. I forgot to put the haste lands in this deck. If we had a haste land, we could haste Ghen and then activate it. Get it back in the most surprising of fashions. I'm going to block 2. A zombie will die and Daryl will draw a card. Given the turn that opponent was having, I would have shot the Ghostly Prison instead of the Doom Foretold. Ooh, Mirari's Wake for opponent. We may shoot that. Wilderness Reclamation, definitely going to shoot that. I guess there's another way where we don't have to shoot it, where we just Insurrection and kill them. And then we can save our resources. No. We don't want to do that. Yeah, we still need to use... Yeah, we have to use the Anguish Unmaking, because Wilderness Reclamation is insane. Now is as good a time as any to Anguish Unmaking the Wilderness Reclamation. So that gets hit, that gets exiled. Opponent's up to 63. Oh my. Oh, that's a blasphemous act. Oh, we could get our commander back and then do the thing. Or we could get Revel and Riches back and then do the thing. Yes, please? Do we have enough mana so we have to replenish? Or no, we could, yeah, replenish and then blasphemous act. Seems like a winner, right? Let's do it. Actually, we should open the vaults, I think. No, we will replenish. Then we'll blasphemous act. I know we could attack first, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Blasphemous act. Oh, that's a lot of triggers. Looks like 5 or 6 Daryl triggers, Angelic Renewal triggers, Solemn triggers, and then we get a whole bunch of Revel and Riches triggers. Return to the command zone. What does opponent want to get back with their Angelic Renewal? Solemn trigger. Smothering Tithe. Daryl triggers. Oh, each one of those generates a treasure. And then we get a whole bunch of triggers off of Revel and Riches. This is going to put us up around 30 treasures or so. 31 treasures. Let's recast our commander. We'll spend a few doing that. Recast our commander and pass like that. Just need this Revel and Riches to survive. Opponent drew 10 cards though, so like, likelihood of everything surviving? Not great. Not great. Doom Foretold trigger. Price of Glory goes down. Price of Glory was actually going to be pretty helpful against Emiel. And, like, if I think we really need it, we can open the vaults to get it back. But that assumes some other things first. Ooh, opponents skip their Angelic Renewal trigger to get Emiel back. That means they don't have Emiel anymore. Ouch. Yeah, that's good news for us. Rampaging for Ferocidon. Menace. Players can't gain life whenever another creature enters the battlefield. 1 damage to that controller. Doom Foretold. Sacrifices the Signet. Another treasure. Opponent's got 2 open over there. Makes me... Ah, really? Rebuild? Oh, they played it last game too. Oh, now we gotta start over. Oh, that's so annoying. Soul Ring. Yeah, apparently this thing's OP. Hush. Destroy all enchantments. Don't love it. Don't love it. Letting opponent know this means war? Oh, we don't even have, we need another land just to open the vaults. Should have just went for Insurrection. Really wanted the Revel and Riches win. Oh, really wanted it. It's so hard. Mana crypt for opponent. I guess rid of Mirari's Wake. That's actually pretty good news. Resolute Archangel coming into play. They must just be low on creatures, because they're at 63. They're actually going to lose life, I think. Oh, no, it's only if it's less than your starting total. Okay. Yep, I see how they worded that. They made it so if you're above, it doesn't make you lose life. Seems smart. There's a Signet. That gets us a 6th land we need, although not till next turn. Pass like that. Daryl coming into play. Ferocidon trigger. Solemn Simulacrum. I think this deck wants the Burnished Heart and Marry a Shepherd combo. I think that'll go a long way in the shenanigans we just saw. Sends over the Solemn Simulacrum. Probably trying to draw. Imoti Cascade. Yeah, here's what I'm realizing about that deck. You never have to play cards from your hand. You play 1 card from your hand and then just cascade into a bunch, and your hand will generally stay full most of the game. They had a Mana Crypt. Safer than a lot of other things. They're at 25, so, like, additional life loss isn't where they want to be. But mana is helpful. Ferocidon trigger. Growth Chamber for opponent. Gonna pick up a land. So yeah, we probably should have opened the vaults on the last turn. Opponent's gonna spend a lot of mana having to recast their Mirari's Wake, not knowing that we're planning to open the vaults. So, that's something. Here comes Mirari's Wake. Oh no, a Remorseful Cleric. Are you serious? Oh my god. That means we have to draw the lands naturally to Insurrection. Don't love it. Oh, nice. Because opponent left their commander in their graveyard, they're playing Remorseful Cleric, exiling their graveyard so they can put their commander back in the command zone. That means we're back in business. Yeah. Caught a break right there. Man, this deck has been getting hit so hard with removal. The last game went just like this too. It was like 2 board wipes during a single turn cycle, just eliminating everything, and Athrio Shroud Veiled is apparently really good when that happens. So, yeah, this deck, I don't know why. I tell everyone to run more removal, and then they run tons of removal, and then it's impossible to have a good time with an Enchantress deck. That's what's been happening. It's not been great. Emiel is back with Mirari's Wake now in play. That's something. 5/5 our way. Don't love it. Down to 24. There's a land. Lands are helpful. Play the mountain. Yeah, it's time. YOLO. If you don't know, you don't go. Cast has opened the vaults. Get all our stuff back. Mostly just signets and stuff for opponents. Pretty nice. Actually, Price of Glory. Price of Glory real magic card. Potentially helpful against the Emiel. We get our Ghostly Prison back, which is a big deal also, so opponents can't just swing away at us. Doom Foretold trigger. Daryl trigger. Daryl over to the Emoti. Don't love it. Ooh, that'll get him with the Ferocidon, though. I like that. That's kind of nasty, actually. Chip him down. Doom Foretold on Solemn Simulacrum, because of course. They draw a card, we get a treasure. Smothering Tithe. 3 zombies, 3 Ferocidon triggers. Pyrohemia! Yeah! Nice. That's what this deck needs. I'm so adding Pyrohemia to this deck afterwards. Need a lot of red mana, so you'll definitely want a Chromatic Lantern, but with treasures running around, that seems really good. Wood Elves, Ferocidon. I suppose we could add Pestilence, too. There's 2 of those. Withering Wisps if you're in on Snowlands, but probably not. Mana Crypt, Doom Foretold. Sacrifice their Mana Crypt. Oh, wins the flip. Sadness. 4 treasures. Tamiyo coming into play. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause you to discard or sacrifice permanents. Interesting. Oh, that stops Doom Foretold. Ooh, they can return target card from their graveyard. Yep, gonna go get that Hush. Playing Hush. Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely killing them with Insurrection. 100%. Losing all our stuff again. God, I hate Simic. Just get back any card. Why not? Why not? Mana Crypt flip for opponent. Boots. I guess one problem is that... Oh, Pyrohemia went down. Okay. Yeah, Pyrohemia's off the board now. Boots on Emiel. Opponent's going to swing into the Planeswalker. Love it. And 4 our way. Don't love that. Man, there's like not quite enough damage on the board for Insurrection. Like we can kill Mock, which we just need to do because they're just going to keep valuing us to death and it's not ideal. Opponent's going to strip mine our strip mine. Don't appreciate that. Putting the Mirari's Wake back on top. And if we could at least get like Ghostly Prison back, we could wait a turn or two. Come on, big draw. It's going to be a land. We have like 5 lands in play. It's 100% going to be a land. It's a land. Called it. Play the land. I guess we wait. Oh, it pains me so much. Yeah, we need card draw. Need more card draw. I knew I should have mulliganed the opener too. The last game I played with this deck was like more active. We had an Erebos in play. And, you know, you get to do a lot more with that, so that was cool. What do we need to get rid of? That's a Volcanic Fallout. That's interesting. Oh, that'll kill Imoti and the zombies. Opponent about to draw some stuff. Factor Fiction on the stack. Treasure Cruise, Progenitor Mimic, some lands. I like that. So it's give them a bunch of zombies and then kill them and then draw a lot of cards. It's kind of cool. They're doing this at the end step. I almost wonder if they should wait till the upkeep, because I know they want to use all their mana efficiently, but 3 cards versus 6 cards, kind of a big deal. Opponent's going to do 2 damage to the Resolute Archangel, although, yeah, opponent could just blink it. That didn't pan out. Opponent going to get 3 more walkers. Ferocidon trigger. All right, hopefully they drop down a bunch of creatures right now. That's what I want to see. Kenrith Transformation on the... Ooh, yeah. They can still just blink it, though, right? Or does it become... What does it become? Yeah, it becomes an elk. They can just blink it. They draw a card. Anger of the Gods. All right, everything getting blown up. Cool. Back to the command zone. Imoti back. Cascades. Search for tomorrow. Opponent's going to Treasure Cruise. That cascades into an easy Tyrant of Gyre Strait. Cascades again into a Wood Elves. Opponent drops a land, draws a card. Drops another land, draws a card. Mana Crypt flip for opponent. Mirari's Wake. Enlightened Tutor is a card, but it's a little slow. Recast again. What are we getting with this Enlightened Tutor? It's got to be something good. Opponent going to shoot the Imoti. Love it. It goes down. Sunbird's Invocation could be interesting. Ooh, opponent's going to give us some walker tokens. Love it. Blockers are cool. Sunbird's Invocation, we don't have enough to Sunbirds and Insurrection, which is disappointing. Erebos isn't the best because our life is really low. Starfield of Nyx is cool, but slow. Kind of need, like, instant card draw. I didn't put that one new card in that does it, so that's not ideal. Sublime Epiphany. Opponent's gonna bounce this and copy the Wood Elves. Opponent's gonna Heroic Intervention. Nice. Wants to keep their commander in play. Leaves all their mana up. That's interesting. They're gonna shoot the Wood Elves. Wood Elves gonna go down. Nice. They just fizzled that card. Well, there's still the draw mode, but got rid of most of it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, what about just like a Necromancy? What does a Necromancy get us? Necromancy gets us a Diluvian Primordial, which can probably do some stuff. Opponent's gonna... Ooh, a Lake Claim, you say? Can they blink it? Exile target creature? No, creatures only. Yeah, I think Diluvian Primordial might be the answer here. What's opponent's best card? Probably, like, for us, Cultivate? Maybe Grow from the Ashes. Recasting Imoti. Yeah, putting Cascade on a commander is kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. Treasure Cruise is cool. That gets us the card draw. Cultivate. Sublime Epiphany. Choose one or more. Counterspell, counter ability, return something. Easy triggers. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Target player draws a card. I'd probably just Treasure Cruise, honestly. And then what do we got over here? Nothing. They exiled their graveyard. Bummer. Still, a Cultivate and a Treasure Cruise plus a Flyer. All seems pretty good. We could make a token of the AC. Oh, that's an Apex Devastator. Well, this is going to be ridiculous. Cascades a whole bunch of times. Insurrection might be in play now, so maybe Insurrection Necromancy, and I just checked we have just enough mana to do it. Opponent bounces Daryl. Oh my god, that's a great henge. As long as I don't get haste, we should be in good shape. Zendikar Resurgent, so they definitely need to die. Luckily, they've tapped all their mana. Root Weaver Druid. I think they choose no. Maybe they're out of basics? Yeah, I think they chose not to cast the Druid. It's a Praetor's Council! No! Come on! Really? Can't catch a break. 32 cards in hand, no big deal. Nezzle Hall. Unfortunately, they can get around the Insurrection with that one. Flood of Tears. Oh, really? It's probably going to hit us. No, they choose not to go with it. Sweet Gum Recluse. Cascades a bunch of times. Azure Fleet Admiral. You become the Monarch. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Thrix coming into play. He has 26 cards in library. If we windfalled, he would die. Yeah, that's what happens with the Imoti deck. It just does this. It just does this. This thing's pretty annoying, honestly. I had plans for opponent's graveyard, and now they're all thwarted. I'm counting 70 total damage on board, not including Ghen, so 72. Our opponents have more than 72 life right now. Although, if we killed 2 of them, it'd be fine. Opponents tapped out. I'm going to hope they don't have free counters. That would be terrible. Mana Crypt Flip. Soul Ring for opponent. Nezzel Hall will draw. Is that a May? It is not. 22 spells. They'll get milled. Also, that's not a May. I think Great Henge is a May. No, it's not a May. Sunblast Angel. No, don't do that. Ugh. I guess it's going to blow up the EC. I was hoping to use that. It is annoying. Destroy all tap creatures, that being 1. EC's in the graveyard. Be a cool card to take, but you don't need like a Whip of Erebos would be sweet. End step, Enlightened Tutor. Nezzel Hall will draw. Things that matter. What things matter right here? I guess I'm still... No, are we still on Necromancy? No, I don't think Necromancy's the one. Get Erebos because we need cards. Hope opponent doesn't run free counters. If they do, we're in trouble. There's the Erebos. Cast the Insurrection. Sacrifice a treasure. Nezzel Hall trigger. It resolved! Very nice. What do we have? Let's go to combat. Alright, 6 at Mock. How much is that thing? That's 11. Is there a 12 running around here somewhere? Send the 11 at Mock. Send 4, 2, and 2. Double check that math. That's 11. That's 15, 17, 18. Send some into Deadly. What's that? That's 12, 19, 28, 30 something, I think. That'll make it 40. Send it all in. Opponent will get their Mirari's Wake back, I think. It's probably not ideal. Opponent goes down. Gets rid of a lot of the crap on the board. Opponents are at 9 and 12, respectively. How much does 3 to blink that? Yeah, we don't have 3. Guess we pass. We are the Monarch now, so we get a draw here, which is going to help. Ha! It's a Grave Betrayal. Nice. Should work out pretty good if opponent wants to use that Sunblast Angel. I imagine opponent's just like sitting on a big burn spell over there. They've had a bunch of cards that they haven't been using at all. Opponent's having some jokes in the chat. I was kind of annoyed that opponent kept thwarting our plans. So the Peasant's Insurrection was the thing that finally worked. And I was explaining to the plan of Necromancy into Diluvian, Cultivate, Treasure Cruise, then Insurrection. They said the serfs have toppled the feudal Simic. Happy you got to play Apex Devastator. Opponent gets a Mana Dork. Those are pretty safe. What does opponent want to do right here? 5 into... 10 into the other player. There you go. They can block. Sadly, no Grave Betrayal in at this moment. They're going to block 1 because they have to. And they're going to do 2 damage to a zombie. Yep. I think opponent also has something too, though. Because they said as long as we didn't attack them, they were fine. Come on, something big. Rampage of the Clans. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Ugh. Its controller creates a 3/3 Centaur token for each thing destroyed this way. I guess we just have to go aggro. Losing our Signet and our treasures. Yeah, see, in the last game, I got Erebos in early and had a lot more success with things. Opponent's going to float some mana. Yeah, this card's kind of crazy. Been seeing this a little bit lately. Emiel triggers. Oh, tell me they're all going to have counters on them. Yep. Emiel goes down. Why did Emiel go down? Oh, because it had damage marked on it. Wow, that's a nice play by opponent. There was 4 damage marked on Emiel, and with Mirari's Wake going down, that's lethal on Emiel. That's a nice play. Nice play, Asgard. They still have a bunch of tokens, though, and that's a big problem. Yep, and they pump them all up, which means we can't swing in there. It's not great. Vicious Shadow. Ooh. Really? They have no cards in hand equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. Wow. 0 breaks this game. We can catch 0 breaks this game. Play Erebos. Draw a card. Executioner's Capsule could be handy. Oh, that's an artifact, not an enchantment, huh? Yeah, I guess I'll have to take those out of the deck. Oops. End step, we draw a Signet. Nope, not what we're looking for there. Although I guess mana is somewhat helpful. Ooh, you know what's interesting, though? If for some reason we had enough time to get Vicious Shadows in. Aether Flash. Ah, that's reasonable against the Emiel deck. Oh, wow, that's cool with Daryl. I like that. Yeah, if we can kill opponent during their upkeep while they have a card in hand and get some creatures to die, that would be most helpful. Daryl back to play. 2 damage to it. Gonna shoot one of our walkers. That's fine. They draw a card. Rift Sweeper for opponent. What are they getting back? Ooh, Aether Flash. Gonna do damage to it. Wish we had a Grave Betrayal. Getting back their Resolute Archangel. I think it's just shuffled into the deck, though. Yep. Rift Sweeper down. Sends 4 over to Daryl. Let's find out if they got something in their hand. 6 cards. They've kind of been sitting on mana the past bunch of turns, so I don't know what they have. They just go down. Apparently nothing. All right, now it's up to us to stall this game as long as humanly possible. We can get back the Ghostly Prison. Oh, that's a Wheel of Fortune. That's exactly the card we want. Get the Signet. Get the Capsule. Oh, do we want to give them cards, though? I don't know that we want to give them cards yet. Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. So I think we're going to pass. Oh, you know what we could have done? I think we had enough. We could have gone 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could have gone 1, 2, 3, get back Smothering Tithe, and then wheel. And then we are golden. So we'll try to do that in our opponent's turn. We have some removal. So maybe we just pop the removal. And 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can do that next turn. Oh, you know what, though? That only gives us 7 mana, but it gives us something. And then we can just, like, get Grave Betrayal or something else. We draw at the end step. Come on, settle the wreckage. Yeah, it's a mana crypt. That's a great henge. Oh, and then we can, get, like, Vicious Shadows back. Yeah, we've got a plan. We've got a plan. Opponent trying to figure out their attacks. 4 in the air, 4 on the ground. Just block and trade these. They get the Monarch token, that's fine. Monarch trigger, end step, activate Ghen. Let's get back Smothering Tithe. Sacrifice Erebos. Smothering Tithe is in. Trigger at the end step. They do not pay. There's a land. Play the land. Play Mana Crypt. Play Wheel of Fortune. Get a bunch of stuff. Demonic Tutor, Seal of Cleansing, Athreos, Archon. So we have some options now in case none of this pans out. Opponent's gonna pay 2, gain some life. Paying 2 again, excellent. Alright, now we send in a bunch of attackers. Make sure we can do this at any time. We need an enchantment on the battlefield. That'd be a good first step. So let's get this Seal of Cleansing. Send all these in. Come on, yep, opponent blocking. Blocks another. All right, this should do it. And then we just get Vicious Shadows in response. Activate Ghen. Get Vicious Shadows. Sacrifice the Seal of Cleansing. 3 Vicious Shadows triggers. Wow, that all came together beautifully at the end. I can't believe this game. This game was gone terribly. We didn't draw cards. We got our stuff blown up like 3 times. Oh. Down they go. Vicious Shadows getting us there. Yeah. Card that I do not get to use very often. I don't know, maybe I should just start jamming it in decks more. If you have a bunch of creatures running around, just turn them all sideways and then let it do its thing. It's the type of thing that'll get you killed, though. If you play it too early, people will either shoot it or kill you. So watch out for that. But yeah, didn't have as much fun this time with the deck. In the first game, we got to draw a lot more cards, so I think more card draw is going to be in order. So I think a Wheel of Misfortune, also that will help get the big stuff out of your hand into the graveyard where you like it. Doom Foretold was fine. You know, it's a nice little, like, it kind of wears them down. They have to sacrifice something. It's going to be more effective against some decks and less effective against others. I don't know. It was fine. It didn't blow me away. Not sold on Grim Guardian. Like, I think it's fine, and there's definitely, like, a version of this deck where you can make it work, but I think I'm more in on, like, using one of these big things to kind of get us there instead of, like, the chipping them away. So that's a bit more card draw. Maybe, I think a Painful Truths is always nice. Yeah, we can go Ancient Craving. I know Painful Truth is more mana efficient, but you don't always have the 3 colors all the time, so Ancient Craving's a bit easier to cast. What can we get rid of? Executioner's Capsule, as handy as it was actually pretty handy. Wrong card for this deck. So we'll switch that out. And yeah, I think that's a little bit better. A little bit more card draw. That should keep us from getting stuck. Still cheating on lands a bit at 35. But we do have removal in the deck. We do have cool things. It just took us a long time to get to them. So long game, that was like 15 turns, and a lot of them were not fun. But there you go, Ghen. But I promise the first game was a lot more fun. It was a lot more active. But again, the same sort of thing, just multiple board wipes. Mock was on his same deck and hit us with a lot of the same cards that we saw in that game, and so nasty. And then Simic, the ability to get him back in this game was super painful. So yeah, using the Insurrection to take him down just so like the things stop happening to us. Key part of that game. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this one. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, next time you purchase cards, if you want to support me and my LGS, be sure to check out MothershipATX.com and use the promo code REPLAY to save 15% on your next order. And if you can't find what you're looking for, you can use the TCG affiliate player link. All links are in the description below.